Alrighty. So we got this student here. The first question. By the way, if you want to impress your friends or dinner tonight, we're doing what's called linear programming. And this is actually what businesses do. They, like airlines, for example. How many flights to Fort Lauderdale today? How many to Denver? How can we make the most amount of money based on how many airplanes we have to fly, how many pilots, the schedule, etc. They do what's called linear programming, which we're going to do today to figure out maximum amount of money they can make. So we got this student who tutors and they're a teacher's aide. They make $10 tutoring, $7 an hour for being a teacher's aide. I've already set up the variables for you. X is going to be the number of hours they spend tutoring, and Y is going to be the number of hours they spend as a teacher's aide. First thing, let's write that objective function, which is your Z equals. How much money can they possibly make? Well, how much money do they make tutoring? Tutoring, read carefully, tutoring. $10 an hour. And what did we call how many hours they did tutoring? X. So 10 times the amount of hours they spend tutoring plus $7 for every hour they spend as a teacher's aide. Okay? But there's some restrictions. All right? There's some restrictions here. You can't just tutor and be a teacher's aide for a limited amount of hours. All right? There's some restrictions, which are going to be our inequalities now. First one, you can't work more than 20 hours. Cannot work more than 20 hours. So what do you think that inequality is going to look like? I cannot work more. Money's out now. This has nothing to do with the money. I can only work 20 hours, no more than 20.
Total?
No more than 20. I can work 12. I can work 14. I can work 20, but I can't work 21.
Would it be like X plus Y is less than or equal to 20?
We got our first inequality. X plus Y less than or equal to 20. There's our first restriction or constraint. Second one, well, I could spend at least 3 hours per week tutoring. The center requires at least 3 hours a week tutoring. Just tutoring. What variable are we talking about? X, yep. We're just talking about X. And they require me to do at least 3. You have at least $3 in your pocket. Greater than or equal to 3. So the numbers I spend, the hours I spend tutoring have to be greater than or equal to 3. And then one more. But they also say I can only tutor no more than 8 hours a week. Still what variable? Because I'm tutoring X. No more than 8 hours a week. Okay. So given these restrictions, what's the maximum amount of money I can make? That's what we need to find out. Where are these going to go? On the graph on the next page. All right, we have to graph all 3 of these, which I have no issues with. We've done this a lot this unit. On the next page. And we are doing word problems now, so you can expect no negative answers. So let's just set up the first quadrant. What's up? Oh, yeah, I was waiting. Let's go. Don't screw it up. I'm taking it away. Lizzie sees X is greater than or equal to 3 and X is less than or equal to 8. We can combine those to say what?
8 is greater than or equal to X, and then X is... We don't have to do that.
No, you don't, but that's the same thing. I just want to give credit. That is the same thing. Yep. And that's what we're going to end up doing anyway. So good find. All right, here we go. Let me do the X plus Y less than or equal to 20. Find your intercepts because I got to figure out how to set up the axes. 0, comma what, comma 0. Pretty quick, hopefully, because there's no dividing or subtracting over. Both the X and the Y intercept should be 20/20s, yep. I don't think we can go by ones though, right? That's why I did that one first with you. I don't have 20 units on there either way. So twos. Everyone all right going by twos? Just show me a couple here that you're going by twos and you're good. Let's see where 20 is. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right, what's the deal with the shades? Plug in 0, 0. It looks like it works. Where would I shade here?
Towards 0.
Towards 0, 0. So to the left, below, whatever you call it. Yep. So there's no way my corners are over here anywhere. I should not have any corners over here. All right, for the both x inequalities, what type of line should I be graphing? Vertical, right? I should be doing 2 vertical lines, one at 8, one at, what was the other one? 3. One at 8, one at 3. Yep. Remember, use your straight edge, please. Use your straight edge, especially now that we're going by twos and I got to go halfway in between, or do my best to go halfway in between. One at 3, one at 8.
So like you don't have to do the 0, 0 or well the 1, 1 thing, right? Because you know it's in between. So.
Well, it doesn't go through 0, 0, so you could test 0 if you want. If you're doing them individually, if you didn't see that, they're in between. If you're doing them individually, you can still test 0 because none of them go through 0. And then see if we find our where our figure is for corners. It's got to be in between the vertical lines because the x equals 3 should be shaded to the right. X equals 8 should be shaded to the left. Mark your corners of your figure. Should have 4 corners here. 4 corners, I hope. 4. Here's my figure right here.
No, but yes, it is.
I'm going to make sure everyone's caught up here because this next part, it's important that we get the right corners. And if you're unsure of if this is the actual coordinate, how you can check. All right, ready? First, definite coordinate you're sure of. Definite.
3, 0.
Yeah, 3, 0 right here. That's got to be 3, 0. That's a definite one. Other definite one is the one to the right here of it, which 8, 0. All right, now we might get a little sketchy. What do we think here? Well, the x coordinate look at it's this coordinate right here. It's got to be an x coordinate of 8. It's on x equals 8. It's got to be. Now, what do we think for the y coordinate? Okay, it is 12. All right, let's say I thought maybe it was 11 and I wasn't sure. Go back to the inequality that this line is, which is x plus y equals 20. 8 plus 11, what are you getting? 19, I should have got 20. All right, it should equal to the number on the right side. Now, if I do 8 and 12, 8 plus 12, that's giving me 20. So that's how I know it's 8, 12 versus 8, 11, 8, 13. Okay, Molly.
No, nothing. I think someone switched my calculator on accident. This one doesn't work.
Okay.
Who would do that? Someone's calculator was broken. They said, "Can I?"
All right, here we go.
Divide?
Then this point here, which is probably the sketchiest of them all. Definitely, hey, it's definitely 3, without a doubt, because it's on x equals 3. Now, it's got to add up to 20. Right? It's got to add up to 20 because it's on this line. So it's 3, 17. Really? 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about right in a half, right in the middle of that, 17.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Remember, you're going by 2s. All right, hard work's done. Take them, plug them in, figure out how much money, max money I can make tutoring and being a teacher's aide. Go back to your z equals, your objective function, plug them in. And this is how we're going to determine, based on these restrictions, how much I can make total, maximum.
That was kind of. Yeah, I know. She definitely did that.
You'll be like,
All right, here we go. Let's finish this up. 3-0. So if I tutor for 3 hours and don't do any hours being a teacher's aide, I'm only going to make $30. All right, what if I tutor 8 hours and don't do anything with the teacher's aide? $80. Getting a little higher. All right, what if I spend 8 hours tutoring and 12 hours being a teacher's aide? All right. Make $164. And then 3 hours tutoring, 17 hours as a teacher's aide. $149. And in these problems, we're always looking for the max. We want to make the most amount of money possible. So based on these restrictions that I had, based on the restrictions, I'm going to make a max total of 164 by how many hours a week tutoring? 8 hours a week. Tutoring for 8 hours a week and working as a teacher's aide for 12, and that would make a maximum amount of 164. This is how these are done now. So based on these restrictions, tell me how much the max amount I can make. All right, all good. Now look, I'll be honest, I made it convenient for you guys on this one. Here's part A, here's part B, C, D, E. Now it's just, all right, it's all in one problem. Figure it out. Okay?
Are they always enough the E part?
Absolutely not. And that just went blank. Good.
Oh no, you recorded it.
That's fine. Still recording. Just got to get it back up. There we go. Get it up. There we go. All right, let's do it. So now I got all in one now. First thing, define your variable. Second thing, write your Z equation. Little landscaping in the house now. Gonna mow some lawns and prune some shrubs. Well, you can make your own variable, but if you're gonna graph, I'd stick with X and Y.
But should you always make a tree that's like X?
Yes, correct. Yep. All right, there's a lot of info here. Bottom line, how many lawns do I have to mow and how many prunes do I have to shrub so I can make the most amount of money possible?
Shrubs you have to prune?
Prunes.
I have to shrub my prunes.
Enough. Wise guys.
Enough.
All right, so I'm going to make X, number of lawns mowed. And Y will be the number of shrubs pruned. Next up. Write an equation that's going to show how you're going to maximize your money. Thoughts on my z function here? Because I don't want to just hold hands all the whole time here. Molly, what do you got?
40x.
Okay, hold on. $40 a lawn and
120y.
120 a shrub. Good. Usually, yes, if you're starting to pick this up, usually, yes, the money goes with the z equation. That's where I put it. Because I want to know how much total amount of money I'm going to make. All right, you ready for the restrictions? There's actually good news here, and you'll see when we're done. All right, so it's going to take us, everyone, 1 hour to mow, 3 hours to prune. Each crew, no more than 2 prunings a day. No more than 2 pruning jobs a day. Got an inequality for me that says no more than 2 pruning jobs a day. Why only? No more than 2 of them.
So you can only do. It's so stupid.
That's the restriction.
Prunings are a long process. Okay, there was a guy that pruned my lawn for like 6 hours.
All right, next one. This is might get a little tricky on this last one. Each crew can only work a max of 9 hours a day. How long does it take to mow the lawn?
An hour.
Okay, and how long does it take to prune the shrubs?
3 hours.
All right, that's why they gave it to you. I can't work more than 9 hours.
So would it be 1x
1 hour for a lawn plus
3y
3 hours for the shrub,
is
max of 9.
less than or equal to 9.
There we go. That's why they gave you the 1 hour and 3 hours at the beginning. And good news, anybody read anything else I got to worry about?
No.
I got 2 of them. That's it.
No.
That's it. Sorry. It's just 2 of them to graph, and that's it. Come on now.
Come on now. Do you have another ruler?
There's no
If you want, go in there, Ava. You're just going to have to rip open a new protractor for me. Yep.
There's look at this. Now I know. You're gonna have to do like 4 different equipment. Can I use this one?
Yeah.
Maybe it was an accident. They're the same color. They're the same color. Yes, I need like.
Y less than or equal to 2. What type of line there? Horizontal, going through 2. And I believe you can go by 1 unit here, so. So there's the first one. And before I leave this, shading,
You know what?
it would be below this line. 0, 0 would work, so I would shade below this horizontal line.
So it's gonna be tiny.
We're gonna have a couple corners, but all right, go ahead, find your intercepts.
3. Yes.
3?
Do we have to put arrows?
Yeah.
No, because you're not going out of that first quadrant. So.
No.
Hey, let's make sure we're good here. We should have 0, 3, and 9, 0. And I still worry and have nightmares with some of your quizzes here. Where is 3, 0, 3?
That's on the y-axis.
Y-axis. 9, 0 is on the x-axis.
That gets me off topic.
How's the shading look here?
Tiny.
Left, below, or above?
Below.
Towards 0, 0. Below, left, towards 0, 0, whatever you want to call it.
It's not always going to be just 0 on the other side.
All right, so we got our shaded region, 4 corners. We hope 4 corners.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Oh, I don't know where this one is. Intercepting. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did.
I think 3 out of the 4 should be easy for you. The 4th one might be a little confusing.
Confusing.
It looks in the middle. They all I think I grabbed this.
I don't know. I feel like they're all good. I feel like I did it wrong.
All right. Let's see how much money I can make with landscaping. First one, I'll take this one. 0, 0. There we go. Good job, everyone. What about the point above it? 0, 2. All right. What about the other one on the x-axis?
3, 2.
No, other one on the x-axis here. 9, 0. Okay, here we go now. With this point here, remember, when you plug it in, if you do x plus 3 times the y value, you should get 9. That's how you check if you have the right coordinate you're going to give me here. X plus 3 times the y value should give you 9. It should be 3, 2. 3 plus 6 gives you 9. And I put my dot in the wrong spot anyway. Should be right there.
3, 2. Yeah, my graphic.
And now go back to the objective, z equals, and plug them all in. What combo gives us the max amount of money of landscaping?
This sticker does not belong to
Molly, we get it. It's not your calculator.
No one cares. I
She cares. You know who cares? Okay, let me just do this one. Okay. And they can tell them. Wait. They can tell them to give it.
You just do 40 and then the 360.
Oh, I did get 360 twice.
You said this one got it. Okay, so I did it right.
Guess we had a choice of what we want to do to make the max amount.
Because that happened the other day.
No, both of them were the same.
All right, so shocker, you don't do anything, you don't make any money. All right. What if I don't do any lawns but prune 2 shrubs? Get $240.
3 hours.
I should start pruning.
9 lawns, but nothing else.
360.
All right. A lot of work, but 360. And we'll kind of split it down the middle. 3 lawns, 2 shrubs.
360.
Excuse me?
Who's getting 5?
How's he get 5?
The way we all
Give me one thing. Oh my god, I said 1 times 2.
All right. There's 2 options for us that give us the max amount of money. We got to write both down. So we have a max of $360. Win. Now look, yesterday, day before, I just let you put when x equals this and y equals this. But x means something now. Y means something now. So relate it to the problem. Don't give me x equals 9, y equals 0. So when 9... For the first one, 9 lawns mowed.
And 0 shrubs.
And 0 shrubs. Or, if you don't like to mow 9 lawns, you want a little creativity, a little spice it up a little bit, you can also do 3 lawns. 3 lawns mowed and 2 shrubs pruned.
I'll put my dollar signs on the wrong side.
I do that. I don't know how. I don't know how.
Then you have to go back.
Any questions?
It's totally
That's that deep.
All right, I do want to do one more. The reason I'm doing this next and final problem with you is because the Z equation always had to deal with money. What if there's no money involved, though? And I still need a Z equation. So read through the next one. There's 0 money involved in this next one. We're going to take a test. All right?
Oh, no.
Every computation, 6 points. Every word problem, 10 points each. But there's restrictions to the problems. It's going to take you 2 minutes a word prop for 2 minutes of computation, 4 for a word. You only got 40 minutes. Only have 40 minutes to take it, and you can't answer more than 12. So how many of each do you need to answer to obtain the max score with these restrictions? All right, X and Y first.
Computation problems.
All right, so let X equal number of computation problems. And we'll let Y equal, what's the other type?
Word problems.
Okay,
Is it always going to be number of?
probably, yep. Most likely. All right, so what about the Z here? Because I got no money. What am I trying to max out?
Our score.
Score, not money. Trying to max out our score. So tell me something about the computation and the word problems.
You want to do as many as possible.
Well, don't give me the restrictions yet.
6.
Don't give me the restrictions. I'm trying to max out my score, number of points.
Okay, so 6 or
How many for a computation?
6
So 6
X plus 10Y.
X plus
C
10Y, because I'm trying to max out my score, so that's why I put the number of points with each. All right. What about our restrictions here? I only got 40 minutes to do it.
Okay,
And you only have 12
And-
problems.
And each problem takes a certain amount of time, remember. 40 minutes total. Can't go past 40.
So would we do like 2x?
Why 2x?
That's
Because
2 minutes.
2 minutes computation problem plus
4Y.
4 minutes a word problem. Can't go past 40.
less than or equal to 40.
Perfect. Here we go.
Yeah.
And you can't do more than 12.
So that would be
Cannot do
Less
more
than
than 12
X-
of these
a
problems.
regular x plus y is less than or equal to
Number of computation plus the number of word cannot be more than 12. Anything else I got to worry about?
Do not know that. You don't know Wilhelm?
Anything else? Yeah, there you go. Just 2 this time again. That's nice. Not going to say it's happening all the time, but when it does, soak it in.
Yeah.
Find your intercepts first before you label your X and Y axes. Maybe I need to go by 2s again. You never know. I'm getting 0, 12, and 12, 0 for the second one. And I'm getting 0, 10, and 20, 0 for the first one. Got to divide by 2 and divide by 4.
Yeah, but 40 divided by 2.
It's 20.
Yeah, but you put in 12. Oh! Oh, you did that.
That's 0, 12, and 12 zeros for the second one. So I think we got to go by 2s, huh, kids?
Yes.
You said it so.
I got to go up to 20. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And I got to go up to 12 here. 8, 10. Take your time because these lines are almost going to be right on top of each other. Take your time. 0, 10 is on the y-axis, 20, 0 on the x-axis.
It's A2B. You see where that's at?
And then how about the shading? Both lines should be going towards 0, 0, I believe. Because 0, 0 works in both of them. So both lines down towards 0, 0. Let's find the 4 corners here. This is decent. Ready to help me with the corners?
Yes.
Should be, I think, 3 out of the 4 are still pretty easy. The old 0, 0's there. Let's see, what's the one above it? 0, 10, that was an intercept. The one on the x-axis would be 8, 10, 12, 0. All right, what about that one where they intersect? And remember, it's on both lines, so let's just take, for instance, it's got to add up to 12. The numbers you give me have to add up to 12. Or 2 times the x plus 4 times the y have to add up to 40. Whatever numbers you give me here have to add up to 12 because it's on the x plus y 12 line.
It's 410 for me.
Which
I
one
got
is this?
4, 8.
Well, 410 would add to 14,
Which one is this?
right? It's got to get 12.
6.
I'm looking at
This looks like.
4, 8 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely.
4, 8.
Oh, yeah, that was my bad.
So those are my 4 corners here. All right, let's see what the max score is going to be and what type of problems give me it. You can be proud of yourself. This is the pre-calc portion of the unit.
That's true.
If you don't do any problems, you get 0.
Shocker, huh, Ava? I know, shocker.
Damn.
Yeah, wow.
He said,
Go
right,
figure.
A5.
Go figure. Yeah, if you don't do any problems, you're going to get a score of 0.
Bonus points for just being you.
I like when there's simple numbers. So
If you went hardcore and just answered all word problems, you'll get you'll get 100. First time that number's on some of your math papers, huh?
Not mine.
Oh.
Not mine.
Too harsh, hits home, truth hurts. Too harsh, sorry. Deal with it. What if you did all computational problems, 12 of them?
172.
You only get a 70 score of a
Wait,
72?
Is this assuming that they're out of like percentage? Or like is this
No.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I was like, why you can't have one.
4 computational, 8 word problems, you get a 104. So if you're going to get everyone right, assuming you get everyone right, you definitely want to answer.
All word problems?
No, I don't think so.
Word? Wait, did I think I did it wrong.
Max a 104 with 4 comp problems and 8 word problems.
what if you did all words?
You'd get a score of 100. But there's more than 100 you could get.
And
Oh,
8
Did you ever get that missing calculator back?
Nope.
that is worrisome. I know.
Nope.
I know. Listen, what is this?
You know what? It's fine.
And that's it. That's a wrap on the unit. That's a wrap on the unit. Practice tomorrow, 2 days of review.
I have the thing from yesterday.
Yep, just give me a sec here.